All right, let's see. I am a Brooklyn girl by way of Guatemala, Centro America. And about myself, I'm a mom, a friend, a lover, trainer, doula, life enthusiast. In a nutshell.
Okay, so as you know, this is going to be on Sonic Feminista, so my main question is, do you identify as a feminist?
Yes, I do. I do. I didn't always. Should I say that over?
You tell me why you didn't always.
Okay. Yes, I identify as a feminist. I didn't always. I thought I was afraid of it, and I thought it was something that was for white women, burning bras. And I was like, my bras cost me $6.99 at Marshall's, honey. So I need these. Like, that's not going to work. But yes, I absolutely identify as a feminist now. I think that it is important, and I believe that there is a feminism that is for people of color, and that's what I identify with mostly. So yes, absolutely.
So actually, my second question was, following up that is, do you use intersectional terms to identify your feminism? Like, do you say, I am a feminist of color, and instead of like just saying feminist, and does that mean anything to you?
Intersectionality is recent to me, right? Like that term, it's like now like this buzzword that everybody is talking about, and I feel like, you know, most of my super educated friends are the ones who are like, oh my God, I have to. But I always did it. Like I didn't, you know, I was intersectional before intersectional was a thing. So I was just like, shit, they just right, like they caught up with me. And that's why it's like, you know what? When people say like I don't identify to that, sometimes I'm like, okay, girl, you got it. And in my mind, I'm like, you know, you're a feminist.
Yeah.
You know? And so I ask other questions that I think are going to be better received.
Okay.
Like, do you believe in women having opportunities and families? And are you willing to stand as an advocate for your children? And most of the time, it's like, hell yeah. You know? And, or si se puede, or, you know, wherever I am. And then I come back to that point of like, these are the elements of feminism. So it's really being able to present it in a way that is more accessible and not as alienating. Because I've had women that'll tell me like, you know, I'm not educated, or, you know, yo no fui a la escuela, yo no sé nada de eso. But then these are the women that are like working hard. They have 3 jobs. They're supporting their children. They're coming home to check homework. They are doing all these things. They're like, you know, fighting the systems that be to create better opportunities. And these are all things that I consider to be feminist. No, I'll keep that one.
So how do you deal with your Latino and now you're saying Black identity?
Where I almost have to sometimes like go harder to prove that I am Latina and understanding certain things in order for people to like kind of get it like, oh, okay, you know, you're like us kind of thing. So that part has been a little bit of a struggle, but like
in the Black community?
No, because what I present as is a Black woman, right? So I get it, and I mean, I feel like until very recently, I was very resentful of it. So I would go to work and I would complain. The agencies would do things like, they would say, oh, we asked for somebody who speaks Spanish. When I walked into the room, and it got to the point where I would not say anything, and then when the workshop started, I would start talking in Spanish, and I would kind of give them the look like, you know? And they would be like, oh, pero yo no sabía que tú hablas español, and I'm like,
and what about the fact that it's from Guatemala?
Right, and that's another level.
Yeah.
So that's the, you know, that's another level of curiosity and confusion, you know?
I think that just has to do with the lack of education about like Latin history or Latin culture.
Yeah, totally.
People think that like Latinos
I mean, Central Americans, period, no matter what country you're from, I think that you struggle with like that kind of, because I think that there's historically been this sense of like, we're just not as cool as the other Latinos. You know, just really like point blank period. Like there's this kind of thing of like, oh, you know, you're from like the Mississippi of Latino America, right? Like it's like, you know, so I find that for a lot of people, especially if you've lived in New York for a long time and you've had like kind of the influx, right? When I was a little kid, Puerto Ricans were like the Latinos of New York City.
Yeah.
So people used to just be like, instead of even asking, they'd be like, oh, they're the Black Puerto Rican people because they speak Spanish. You know, maybe the people that maybe have a little bit more information, they might say things like, are you Cuban? You know, like Celia? And I'm like, no. You know, but here in the Bronx specifically, there's a really big population from Honduras. So people are really like, they're comfortable with that. They're like, oh, you must be from Honduras. And I'm like, no, not there either, you know? So it's really, and I think about it, the fact that like, you know, Black people from like Guatemala or Costa Rica, or, you know, like we have to struggle a little bit. Like there's a little bit of more of a challenge there. So definitely that adds into the, and then also in my family, I also didn't fit in because everyone looks differently. So
As most Latinos do.
Right. So my siblings look, and they have a different dad than I do. So it's like I'm like my mom's only like full black kid, you know? And so that also kind of added a little bit of kind of confusion. Like my sister is light, has like, for the longest time, until recently she cut her hair off, but like she had like, straight, long hair. And so growing up, there was also that kind of sense of, people would literally come over and say things like, ay, Lisette, qué bonita. Ay, Evelyn, cocinas bien. And I'd be like, what the fuck I look like, Aunt Jemima? And my sister would come back and be like, yo sé cocinar. And I'll be like, yo sé bonita. So it was this kind of real interesting dynamic, but that also helped me to embrace something, because I knew that I didn't want to keep fighting to be part of a community that didn't see my beauty. That's kind of how I discovered wearing lipstick, because I spent a significant portion of like my childhood trying to hide my features. Like I was always doing one of these. I was contouring before Kim K, honey. I was like, yes. I was like, you do this to kids, right? Or like I would find like pencils. Like I knew about, when I tell you I knew contouring before Kim K, I was like trying to contour my nose so that it could be like a little bit more thin. Like I was always asking people like, would I look good this way? And then I discovered lipstick. And I remember my first lipstick, I was like a teenager, and there was like this color called Get Down Brown by like Posner or Maybelline. And I remember wearing it, and this person was like, oh my God, like you look fabulous, or like, you look really, and I was like, I do? So it's like, it kind of like, you have like that flower that blooms in those movies. This is like cue your cheesy part. But it's exactly how I felt. Like I felt like, wow, like I felt pretty, like I felt like beautiful. And